All right, everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video with Fat Phil. And in this video, guys, I'm going to have a little bit of a rant session. This is going to have to do with guilds, and this is on both sides, right? This is a rant about officers, this is a rant about players, it's a rant about people looking for guilds, whatever. I'm even just thinking about it now, like my blood is boiling, guys. So before we get into the rant session, before we truly get into that video, you know the drill. Wampa wants to be relegate, but he needs you to get this channel to 5,000 subscribers. So he needs you to wamp that subscribe button, leave likes, leave comments. Let's get into our video. All right, so this has been an issue since territory battles has been a thing, and primarily territory battles here. And it has to do with character shards, right? So the Reva mission that inquires Inquisitors, Coyote Mundi with the 501st, clones and Shock T. You've got Geonosians for Wat Tambor, the Rebel Officer Leia Organa, even Imperial Pro Droid, all those different things. They all require specific farms and gear. And it is beyond frustrating to me when, as you know, and I've been in guilds like this where the officers were pushing that everybody get clones for the Coyote Mundi mission. And then they had like Gear 12 clones. Like they weren't even capable of doing the Coyote Mundi mission. And yet they're asking their guild to go and do that. Or people want to be in a guild getting Geonosians, and then they're not even capable, or getting Wat Tambor shards with Geos, and they don't even have Geos geared up. Like you're asking for things that you can't earn. You're asking for things that you're not even capable of doing. So you just want a guild to leech off of. Same thing with Inquisitors right now. I myself I'm not going at my guild every week asking Inquisitor update, farm Reva, do this, do that, because I can't even attempt the mission. I don't even have Grand Inquisitor yet. I'm not even close. And I don't think it's fair of me as an officer to use my position and say, you guys need to be farming these things, even though I'm not currently farming them. That's not okay. On that flip side, as a player, it's also not okay for you to want to be in a guild getting Reva shards if your Inquisitors look like this, because you're not contributing them. I don't think it's fair of you to ask for anything from your guild unless you are contributing. Let me show you some more examples here as my cat is currently chewing. Hold on, I need to stop that. He's chewing Christmas lights. Get down. Can't call him what I would have called him because then I'd get demonetized for foul language and other things. So, anyway, guys, another example I'll use with the new territory battles, and we'll cover some other things here that just like it drive me insane, is with these new operations, some of these characters in here. You've got, Dad Bod Boba, Maul, Darth Revans, the Scythe, the Malgus. I mean, you got some good characters in here. Nothing frustrates me more than when officers and other players don't put their money where their mouth is. If you're not donating your Malgus and other characters to these things, then don't expect the rest of your guild to do so. As an officer, you lead by example. Now, on the other side of this, if you're a player and you're like, guys, we need to fill operations, and you're trying to hang on to your Malgus to use in a combat mission, then who are you to tell people to go platoon theirs? Like, as John F. Kennedy, I'm going to paraphrase John F. Kennedy here. Ask not what your guild can do for you, but what you can do for your guild. Be the change you want to see in your guild. If you want your guild to get Reva shards, then farm your Inquisitors and start earning them. Other people will follow suit. Trust me, they follow suit. Your guildmates pay attention to what you're doing. And it is so imperative that the guild works together as a community, because that's the most important part of being in a guild. It's not just the rewards aspect, it's that community aspect. One of the other things that I'll mention, I'll go back into my roster here, is with the Coyote Mundi mission, right, with the 501st, we as guild officers would sit there and we would tweak each other's mods. We would stream the mission so that way people could watch us do it, and that we could encourage them to stream theirs as well with us. You led by example, and if you are an officer, if you're the guild leader, that is my plea to you. Lead by example. Be that. If you want your guild to get Inquisitors, then farm up your Inquisitors. Be that change. The other example I'll use with myself, gonna toot my own horn here, right? My guild needed Ben Solo for Rise of the Empire operations, and I had Ben Solo level 1, Gear 1. Same thing with Dad Bod Boba. Now, Dad Bod Boba, I could at least make the case that he'll help me in some aspects of the game while I'm on unaligned Force users. But Ben Solo, I do not have Rey, right? And I'm not even close to getting Rey, which is where Ben Solo really belongs with. But my guild needed him for operations, and so I was willing to farm that because That's what the guild needs, and that it was for the benefit of the guild. That if I'm expecting them to do that, I should be willing to do the same thing, which is exactly why Boba Fett is also there. So again, guys, hopefully this makes sense. Hopefully you're understanding what I'm asking. That I don't care if you want to require Reva for your guild. Just have the majority of your guild ready to attempt that mission or there. Right now, my guild is, I think, has 10 Grand Inquisitors who are capable of completing the event, right? That's so 10 Grand Inquisitors. That's not horrible. You think for a guild of our size and where we're at and some of the other things we've done, that's not horrible. I'm not saying that's fantastic, but it's not like it's zero. But we don't require that you have Reva because we understand that it's still early for a lot of players. There's only been 3 windows to get Grand Inquisitor so far, right? Is it 2 or 3 windows? There hasn't been many windows to get Grand Inquisitor right yet. And so you can't expect that people are ready for that if they miss those windows. So again, guys, just really wrapping this up. If you want your guild to do something, do it yourself first, right? Don't talk the talk. Walk the walk first, and people will pay attention. And then when you're talking, they will actually listen because you're capable of doing it. So that's the video, guys. I thought I wanted to get this off my chest a little bit. Like, it is a huge, I can't tell you how much it boils my blood when I see it. When players want to get into a guild with, they have 4 million and they want a 300 million power guild. Like, that can happen. Whatever. That's up to the guild to decide. But when they're sitting there wanting Reva and they don't have Inquisitors, you just want to leech off of that guild for everything they're worth. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. As always, like and subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.